uncle, well, I'll put it this way, that they buried his head when they were there because they couldn't find the remains of his body. He had been lynched. You know why she hadn't told me that story? She didn't want me to hate. Among my earliest memories, I guess I was 2 years of age, maybe 3, doubt it. My mother gave me a cold biscuit to be quiet in church. So I had a bin for coal that I bought a half a ton at a time and put in my little red wagon and delivered it to people who wanted to buy some coal. I shined shoes on Sunday. I never saw a new textbook. If you went to law school, you couldn't practice because you had to be introduced and promoted by a white attorney. The post office probably hired half a dozen black people, and so that what can you strive to be? No one influenced me to be a teacher through conversation, but they did so by example. The city of Birmingham had either 6 or 7 other high schools, but only one high school that blacks could attend. I was in the segregated army. You see, the United States had several armies, and we were always trying to prove that we were capable, that we were intelligent. There has always been a civil rights movement. Got in the line, sat down on the bus in the seat behind the driver, and when the driver had loaded on all of the African American people to go to the back, he got up and looked at how much room he had left, and thereafter I sat behind his seat. So he ordered us to move to the rear. We said, no, we've chosen these seats. It was Rosa Parks who got arrested. And at that time in my life, I was going to church just in case all of this uniqueness about the birth, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus happens to be true. By the time I got to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, as a teacher in 1950, I was Sporting Life. You know the character Sporting Life and the song he sang. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible ain't necessarily so. But I was Sporting Life. And I walked to the dresser in the bedroom. I don't recall whether or not I opened the Bible. I don't think I did. And I had an experience that I wouldn't tell anybody about until I read somewhere that somebody else had the same kind of experience. When I looked at the Bible, it was as if the words were floating in the air. They were off the printed page, between the printed page and my eyes. One day I called my wife. We were living on Taylor Street, over across the street from St. Stephen's School. And I talked with her about our religious life, and she agreed with me that we would go to the Catholic Church. The St. Vincent de Paul chapter at St. Stephen was working diligently. They were doing more things than painting the church and paying the preacher.